So I was walking down the street the other day and I was dragging my leg like this, right? And I saw another guy, he was coming at me, he was dragging his leg just like this. I go, hey man, what happened to you? He goes, Desert Storm, 1991, what about you? I go, dog shit, about 2 blocks back. Give you a little ethnic juice. Polish couple wants to have sex. The husband says, hey, let's send the kids outside to PLAY so we can fuck. Gotta love it. Gotta love those Polish people. Dunkin' Donuts, the biggest...
40 people.
40, 30, 20, 10. Little Jewish girl runs up to her dad. She goes, Daddy, I need $50. He goes, $40? What do you need $30 for? Nobody's exempt. So, you're talking to a guy who had fucking gastric bypass surgery and cheated his way to being accepted by humanity. I got the right to say anything I want! So I go to Dunkin' Donuts in the drive-thru. That's a big goof on you, because the only thing that seems to come out of drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts is this sound. Donuts, bagels, muffins today? And you're like, yeah, can they want to order wrong first, so maybe when I pull around, I'll have it right when I get there? All I want is the large hazelnut. Extra light, extra sweet with the chocolate chunk cookie and the pumpkin muffin. I pull around, and they give me something for a sandwich. Blew that fucking line. So, of course the order's wrong, so I pull around back to the drive-thru, and since I can impersonate certain wrestlers, I do something like this. They'll say, donuts, bagels, muffins today. And I'll say this. Oh yeah, this is the Macho Man Randy Savage. Whoa, and I'm in 10 cities, and I'm more seductive than sex, if you can dig that, yeah. And I put the P in pizzazz, because P words are funny, if you can dig that. And all I want is the large hazelnut, extra light, extra sweet, with the chocolate chunk cookie and the pumpkin muffin. If you can dig it, can you dig it? Answer the question, can you dig it? Ooh, yeah, you can dig it, that's right. Donuts, bagels, muffins today? Yeah, I guess you got it. I pull around, and of course they didn't get it right, because I know I didn't order a fucking Slim Jim. Mother effers. So on that note, I got one more thing for you. And it goes something like this. Good night. No, fuck you, got one more thing. Hulk Hogan loves to have sex with his wife. Now, if you remember Hulk Hogan back in the 80s, he was crazy. He was so juiced up on steroids, he'd say the craziest shit to get you out that arena. He'd say, I'm gonna shove swords up your ass. Or I'm gonna get a monkey and blow him. Something like that. So I always assumed that Hulk Hogan would go home and have sex with his wife and keep the Hulk Hogan character. So I assumed he'd say something like this to his wife if he was gonna go home and do it. He'd say something to the effect of, well, let me tell you something, luscious Linda. Before we get started, dude, I'm gonna fire up the wide line, and I'm gonna take it down the left side, brother. Because 1'7", 2 inches from heaven, and I weigh 305, and I can win any man alive. But before we get to that, dude, I'm gonna take my official Hulk Hogan 8-inch action figure, brother. I'm gonna slam it up inside your vag, just like I slammed the giant back in '87, dude. And when you're rocking and rolling, and you're strutting and strolling from Maine to Spain and Boston to Austin, luscious Linda, I just got one question for your box. What's it gonna do when the largest steroid-induced cock and 15 million shooting Hulkamaniacs of goo runs wild all over? Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, John Lahey, MySpace.com. I'm the whole fucking show.